buckle. Pull the loose strap to tighten. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position your seatbelt tight and low across your hips and wear it anytime you are seated. There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors, 4 over wing exits, and 2 exit doors at the rear. Signs overhead and lights on the floor will lead you to an exit. If an evacuation is necessary, follow flight attendant commands and leave everything. In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest under your seat. Remove the vest only if told to do so. Pull the red strap to open a container and remove the pouch. Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, buckle it in front, and pull to tighten. Once outside, pull down on the red tab to inflate. To manually inflate, blow it to the tube at your shoulder. Your vest has a light that turns on automatically in the water. Please refer to the safety information card for life vest on an infant. Flight attendants will distribute additional vests as needed.
We went on that Tri-City trip in August. Kind of describe the purpose behind that trip from your perspective.
Tri-City. The purpose behind that is twofold. First, it's a camp for their athletes to get them prepared for the season. So when we go there, our main objective is to make sure that they have all the basic skills ready for choreography and routine placement. The time that we would have spent with them originally got compressed because of just changes in itinerary. I got sick, so I wasn't able to go when we originally set the camp up. So that's that. But going home and getting back to the roots kind of sets me straight a little bit sometimes. How I feel about St. Louis is really specific. Everything that I know about who I am and where I came from, wraps around that city. And it's a prideful city. It's the show me state. So, you wear that, like a badge when it comes to how you deal with life, So a lot of my pride, a lot of my attitude is, I don't really do a whole lot of bragging about what we can and cannot do, but I just remember that's home for me, and you got to show and prove.
All right, so how's it going?
Is Molly okay? It's going.
Turn right.
Yeah.
Turn left. Well, I looked at your tickets. The trip back is shorter. How do you sleep?
Yes. We all did together, and it wasn't the best time to sleep.
Yeah.
There was a medical emergency.
And me, Kennedy, and Jacob were just passed out during the whole thing. We didn't even, Roman had to tell us when we got off the plane.
I like how me and Dad just kept looking up half the time.
On the plane. They almost had to land the plane.
Yeah, did you not hear that, Dad? Yeah.
Yeah, they almost had to,
What's the problem?
I don't know, he said someone was laying on the
aisle.
laid on the aisle.
And then they got up, took him to the bathroom, and sat her back down.
I saw the Facebook
Seeing
post.
on the post, and they're excited. And
I just need to eat, because I haven't eaten really
Yeah, we
anything.
haven't eaten, so we're about to go get emos.
oh, I'm sure Nick is happy.
He called it in.
He called it in.
I'm sure he has. Did he not have them waiting at the tarmac when y'all got landed?
We have Kyra here with us today. Roman is currently on level 5, 6?
6.
Level 6 team, Prodigy, right?
Yep.
Prodigy with, is it Cheer Athletics?
Midnight.
Midnight with, what's the company though?
Prodigy.
Prodigy, my bad. Prodigy, the team is Midnight, World's team, right?
Yes.
Yes, World's team. So he's currently a member of that team. He's incredibly talented, so lots of experience there. And then we have Miss Kennedy here too. Both Kyra and Kennedy were on World's teams. Level 5 too, right?
Level 5 when I was doing it, now it's level 6 now.
Yep, level 6 and level 6, right? So all level 6, which is the top of the all-star industry levels here, so lots of experience. And then we have a film crew. This is Angelo's son, Nick, and Kyra's fiance, Jacob. And
From a coaching standpoint, Katie is growing as a coach, as an owner. She's really putting her program in a a spotlight from my perspective. I like the design of the gym, the way that they go about things. They made some changes, some structural changes inside the gym, which gave them a lot more freedom and function. Some of that was some things that I suggested, but then they took it a few steps further. There are so many little things that a lot of people don't pay attention to that make a class work, that make your program work. And, you know, again, you don't see all those, you know, at the beginning. You see it more towards the middle and the end of a process. And now I'm starting to see where she's made some really big changes from a small standpoint.
Let's go. All right, ladies, come on out. All right, so come on out, 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 come on out. We're gonna have a little chit chat first. We're gonna go over a couple things. I see a lot of familiar faces. I see some new faces too. All right, come on in, come on in. All right, so come on up onto the floor. Up, 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 up. All right, so I want you guys, so if you did camp with us last year, raise your hand. Okay, cool. So you guys are growing up. This is crazy. All right, keep your hand up if you did camp with us the first year. All right, so, okay. Now, hands down, all the new campers. This is your first camp here. New people, new people. All right, just 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. Well, welcome. We're going to give you guys a lot of tricks and tips that are gonna help you guys through the season. We're always available, so there's gonna be times where we may show up and pop in sometime throughout the season. It might be me and Kyra, it might be me and Roman, it might be me and Kennedy, it may be actually another 1 or 2 of our coaches that'll come by just to check on you guys and see how you guys are doing. And don't be surprised if we show up to a competition or 2 also. Okay, cool? So, yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Kyra and Roman are gonna get you guys started with a quick warm-up, and then we have stunt class.
We actually started in a dance studio, and Heather Mears, my business partner, she asked me to come teach a couple tumbling classes, and it kind of turned into a cheer class of about 8 girls that moved into a larger group the next season of about 30 girls, and it just kind of built up from there. So within about a year, we had about 60 athletes coming in and that were very interested. And being at the dance studio too, they had to find a new facility. So Sarah Bolich, my other business partner, came in and was very interested in taking the team and making sure that they had the adequate space and the equipment that they needed to be the most successful. So
my name is Madison Bolich. I've been here since they opened.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you like most about Silent Fury as a staff and then clinics like this as a whole?
Just the energy brought to it and all of the expanded knowledge that you don't normally get from a small town like we live in. It's just a great experience all around.
What do you hope to learn or take away from these clinics when Silent Fury comes up?
How to be not only like a better athlete, but a better teammate for my team and other teams that are in this gym constantly, and just being a better person for the gym and a good role model for everyone around.
So what do you think that they take away the most out of these weekends?
I think maybe our different ideas, especially because cheerleading in Missouri could be totally different than cheer in Texas, and to kind of mesh that can make the team just even better than just what traditionally they do here.
Yeah.
So I met Angelo at a very young age. I was 17 years old. I had a huge fear of tumbling and tumbling backwards. I had an unpleasant experience that just had me shook, completely shook. But I loved cheerleading, and I knew to get to the next level I needed that tumbling. And I went to Angelo, and he was incredible with getting me through my mental block and helping me get to the college level. So really, Angelo is the reason that I was able to get to the college level. So
adding Asheed to it was a blessing. You know, that part was probably the thing that I was most excited about, getting a chance to work with my brother again and seeing his perspective on things.
Good. You didn't swing past your face though. You gotta make sure you swing past your face. Last time, then you're done. Ready? Good. Not bad, not bad, not bad. You're good, you're good, you're good. That's good stuff. So the reason you fell backwards is because you had a lot more power because you swung the correct way. But instead of your power going up into your rebound, you forgot the rebound. So what'd you do instead? You went flying backwards. So it's supposed to be going up. You're done.
Me being able to step back and kind of watch that interaction with athletes that he has never worked with before, but also get a chance to work with the whole family again.
So, seriously, like anything the way he works, the way he coaches, I'm like 2.0. Okay, so he taught me how to coach. I taught them how to coach. It's kind of like a whole family thing. So.
I was totally excited for. I was just so ready for them to have this experience, and year after year, the reason why I keep calling them back is because there's just so many positive things that are said after Silent Fury leaves. There's so many positive comments that I will get on my social media messenger or through text message, or people that'll stop me in the gym. And most of the time it's like, why can't they be here all the time? But that's not something that happens with everybody that we have come through the gym. That's very unique to Silent Fury. Now, hey, you want to square your body up, so I want you to get your head up. Look how beautiful you are. See how gorgeous you are? Okay.
My name is Bailey Brinkley. I'm on Onyx.
Yeah, how long have you been here at Tri-City?
Probably about like 4 or 5 years.
What's been your favorite part about the clinic so far?
The stunts and working with them and learning new things.
I was privileged to live with my brother throughout high school, and him give me the advice and give me the instruction and, you know, teach me how to coach myself. But besides that, at home, I didn't have any male figures myself if I didn't have Angelo, you know, there, you know, myself living with him. So I was able to see and have a good male role model in the home because of Angelo. That's one of the things that I relate to my personal life, because obviously I'm a father, I have 2 kids, I have a wife. A lot of things my family see in myself are things that they would have saw in Angelo as well too. My wife is also a coach. She also coaches as well too. She coaches softball. My children, I would assume that most parents see it as well too, but I see parts of myself in both of my kids. Or my daughter, which is 9, she's the oldest of the 2. I see my patience and my focus on detail. I see that in her. My son, I see the compassion he has and the joy that he has. He's always happy. So it's kind of like he got that joy that I have and always wanting to be happy and positive. I see that in him constantly. And then my daughter, on the other hand, she's just the person that's always detailed, cerebral, and always observant. That's what drives me, is being able to motivate and inspire others through my coaching abilities.
When you guys fall out of a stunt, flyers, eyes here. When you fall out of a stunt with your arms up, okay? You can go here, like you're going to a round off or a cartwheel or something. You're gonna have your arms here. You can bring your arms together, okay? But when you fall like this. This is how you fall, okay? Why do I say that? If we're falling out of a stunt, put your feet together, arms by your ears. I want you to stay tight. Oh. Now, let me ask you this. Keep your body together, feet together, arms by your ears. Stay tight, like you're a pencil, stay tight, good. Is it easier to catch somebody like this? Keep your butt up, you're loose, feet together, fall, squeeze, but, there you go. Okay, one more time, fall. It's so much easier for me to catch this. Now fall the way you showed me how y'all do it. If she's this tight when you guys are doing that stunt sequence, do you know how much cleaner and how faster and efficient that stunt look automatically? But right now, since you guys are learning, she wasn't thinking this tight. Flyers, you should think this tight all the time. Look how easy this is. It's so much easier to catch. It's so much easier to catch something. Now you have a bigger circumference to catch. Never, ever bend your body when you're falling out of a stunt. Don't ever do that. Always stay a tight pencil. It's a lot easier to catch something like this. Tight. See this? Tight. This is how we want to catch. If she sticks that booty out, watch what happens. Whoop, she's going to fall right through, okay? So stay tight. So back in the stunt, I want to see this stuff one more time. Let me get those same spots.
Every year it gets better. For me personally, I obviously had to take a step back and I wasn't more on the coaching side, but I think it gets better and better every year.
And I think mine was kind of more the opposite. You stepped back and I kind of stepped up, because not only like we had my uncle there, so like, and he hasn't been in the cheer industry for a minute, so I felt like I almost had to catch him up to speed a little bit every now and then. And then of course my dad just kind of let me kind of just do it. So I think I stepped up as she was kind of stepping back.
Yeah. If you want to talk about something standing out, I mean, Romans has started to coach, and to see your little brother that you kind of would say things to, I think the Tri-City trip really brought that out of him. It really, that's when I really saw like, oh, like he does know how to coach, and he does know what he's saying, or he's listened to what we've said, and he's applying that and
he's just kind of
telling other kids. Yeah. It would be Coach Roman.
Yeah, I agree.
Give me a second. Oh, you fell on your head. You benched this arm. You bent this arm. This arm went out and this arm stayed in. Just get them close together. Oh. Straighten out your legs. Straighten out your legs. And a little bit better. Much better. Time. And your kids are amazing. They do a really, really good job. And as much as you guys are giving to us, we feel like they're getting a lot, but you guys are probably giving us more. We go home with a lot of different perspectives. And when we go back, we talk about these kids. We kind of prepare for this camp, thinking about what the next step is going to be for the younger kids. So we've seen, I think maybe, so now 3 years now, I've seen some faces grow up, and I'm really enjoying it. So I know from our staff and to Tri-City staff, we thank you so much for allowing us to come and work with your kids. So thank you again. Good job. There are so many things that you guys learned this weekend. There's some things that you just improved on. Don't forget that you guys have each other to bounce ideas off of. You got a really good coaching staff. They do a really good job with you guys. Just make sure you guys are giving the love back to them, okay? Because I know it's really hard sometimes as a coach. We don't know how much you guys work, and we kind of push you guys, but at the same time, we want to make sure that you guys realize that you can count on us to help you, okay? So, everybody all good? We all here? All right, so let's bring it in. All right. Who's going to count it out?
TCQ on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
TCQ!
Oh, well, good. I'm glad this is how they're seeing me, because I just got done with 7 hours of choreography. It looked crazy. My name is Logan Sherrill. I'm the owner of Imagine Choreography. I am from West Texas, and I currently live in Austin. I am the All-Star Choreography Director at Cheer Athletics Austin, and I am here doing choreography for Junior 2 Phoenix.
When Logan was here, I think they realized that, like, whoa, this is serious. Like they loved Logan. They will still talk about Logan to this day. They still call each other the nicknames he has given them. I think that when Logan came and for their choreography, it was almost like a breath of fresh air, a little bit more energy, and honestly, they are probably my most energetic team. So the fact that you brought in Logan, who's, a powerhouse himself, he's just like a walking disco ball, and you just want to be around him all the time.
When it comes to choreography and what I know about it, what I've learned over the years is, those details, they matter. And you want to have choreographers that pay attention to the details. You want to have choreographers that care about the process and understand that we may not be here, but we're on the way. So plan for that and put that into the routine. Logan did an amazing job with Phoenix, and the flow of that weekend for them was pretty fast because they got their routine done in 2 days or 2.5 days. And we didn't leave anything on the floor. Everything was covered from the opening all the way through to the dance. And it was something that was really familiar with me and Kennedy because we're familiar with his style as far as just the attention to blocking a routine and getting specific as we go through once we learned all the, where we're going. And then once everything was set, it was pretty much putting in the counts and making sure everybody understood what their job and their responsibilities were.
Now look at me. If I'm on this side of the floor, okay, which would mean on this side of the X, if I'm here, when I stand and turn, I'm going to turn to the inside, arms clean and walk. If I'm on this side of the floor, obviously same thing. I'm gonna turn to the inside of the floor, stand correct, and walk to the inside of the floor and pull in. Does that make sense? You first of all have to meld with the kids. The way I get my creativity for each new gym or team is really getting to know the kids really quickly, and then kind of doing a background with the coaches or the owners on what their goal is. Are they a very strict, clean team? Are they a very sassy team? Are they a bossy? You kind of get that derivative from a lot of different places. And then when you go in and meet the kids and their personalities, it kind of just naturally takes off. So this moment here, if these cross and drop, while these all set up and we have moments here as he comes through as the something, disappear, whack, all the girls come, pop, pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you want me to take out, honestly put Addie, who is in front and the middle, is our extra, she can face.
Also, never mind. I will take the main base off after that dismount, so they will go here, they will cradle. As they dismount, I'll just use the main base in the back spot to do that lift. So it just needs to be a two-person dip. So I'm the back spot, you're the flyer. Yeah. Okay. Side base, sorry.
Side base, yeah.
And then I'll go here and pull him off into here, and that's how we'll... Okay.
I personally think that made them a little bit more confident in themselves to see my coach's coach is now coaching me and look at our routine now. I think they're very proud of what he has given them.
I feel like choreographers can go wrong in instances where if they don't connect with the group and they just kind of go off the top of their head, the kids are not going to buy in. So you're really not going to get a fulfilled product. You're just going to get something thrown on the floor. That's kind of what I feel. So I really try to, invest those moments, by whether giving them nicknames or making them laugh, or it really is the most important. They buy in if you're completely invested in them. 5, 6, back in here, bump. Not you, homie. You 3. Y'all, if you don't stay in a formation, I'm gonna scream. You're in a formation the whole time. Okay, that means you go out like that, you come in like this. You don't just migrate like a bird. Okay, you go out, you go in. Did y'all see what I did over there?
Yeah.
Okay, then come on. And freeze. Does that make sense? Yes. Getting us set up for my friends. Then it's gonna turn into a hi-ya, ha, ha, ha.
Specifically with Phoenix, they're starting to figure out who they are. They're starting to set a tone in the gym, and I'm starting to see a lot more cleaning, a little bit more attitude, a little bit more purpose on the floor. They're not perfect yet, but they're getting to the point to where they're expecting to raise the bar for each other.
What makes a good cheer team really is it starts with the groundworks of the coaching. If you can get a group to believe in each other, and you set them up for success. Back in the day, we had one level. It was level 5 at the time. So whether you had a back handspring or you had a double full, you were all on the same team. So when our coach got us together, he made us believe that we could really do anything that we wanted. And again, it wasn't divided into levels. It wasn't any of those things that it is now. But in any youth sport, I feel like if you get the kids on the same page and they believe that you believe, then you're good. My creative process starts again with getting a skill check from the owner or the coach before I come. What are we dealing with? How many numbers? And I kind of wrap my brain around that. But then I go in, I don't do anything on paper anymore. It boggles me down to go, and I stick to this moment when I see, oh my God, I saw her naturally step left. I'm gonna have her roll out as she dips for it. Now doing it so long and so many times a week, it just happens, I think, for me. Stand up. So I'm gonna go to the beginning of where I think this would go, and then I'm gonna take it to the end of where I think it'll flow to, come down, and then we'll all turn. Choreo, whack, whack, back, boom, into the standing moment. What's your name? Morgan? Hi, Logan. Nice to meet you. She's like, don't touch me. Stranger danger. Come here. What's your name again? Kendall. Love that. Come here, Blue Bear. But I just want your head to move. Nothing else. So put your hands on the outside of your knees. Yep, and then go here. Yes, Jenny. 3. So where I draw the line on choreography is if you were to freeze every picture that you created on the floor, would you want that highlighted? Could you use that as a Polaroid and give it to your grandmother? And there are certain times where you can be a little racy or a little fun, depending on the music or what you're feeling creative-wise. But I feel like everything is a picture, obviously, and on the score sheet, especially the bottom half, have you created moments where it is enjoyable to watch and where you're not like, ooh, or passing that boundary? I think it's just really fun to be able, and you can do it a lot of different ways. Landon, hush it. Bam, hush it. Y'all, you have to tell a story. If you don't tell a story, okay, you're not doing anything. So be quiet. Right, count. Bam, boyfriend, girlfriend. They're like, not a chance. Okay, listen, I told you I'm crazy, and I talk to myself. Get used to it and get ready for this dance, okay? Again, listen, so how we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it in layers, okay? So as I give you your layer, which means like my 4 friends, say you're on a line, if I give you your part, that's a 1, 2, 3, hit 4. You're gonna practice that part until I get through all the layers. And then we'll do a 5, 6, 7, 8 with all the layers, and that'll be your first 8 count, and we'll bring it together every single time. Okay, but I need you to be very specific and focused on your layer. Okay? Got out of third period. Okay, that's cool. Y'all call it period? Third period. Okay, you let out, we came out to the schoolyard. They ended up figuring out they were in love. Landon. Okay, and we're gonna kind of mediate how this goes, okay? So she's figuring out, she's like, I think I'm in love. Okay? And Landon's like, are you sure? Okay, so we're gonna do that, but y'all are going to be the high body and the moments, okay? So I need that to come through as I give you these moments, yes? Okay, so I need this flyer here on the line.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with how ready they are, they're probably at like a 6.5. You know, like I feel like if we had more time, and I think that's every gym right now, if we had more time, they'd be, you know, a 10, but we don't have a lot of time left, and I think that there's always room for improvement. I don't think I will ever say that my teams are like super ready, we're gonna dominate, because I feel like, you know, there's always room for improvement. Even if you're perfect, you're not completely perfect. So for Phoenix, that's what I say.
Well, competition season is 8 weeks, well, not even 8 weeks away now. We're 6 weeks away. When I look at Phoenix and what they need to do, they're pretty much the first at bat. They're going to get a first chance to get out there and get a real experience. I feel like they're getting better at understanding what's in front of them. Now, most of them have competed before, so they understand kind of where we're going with everything, but we're tightening up and we're giving them less freedom for mistakes. So now it's just more of get to practice. Once we hit the grade floor, that's it. We don't have to worry. We're not worried about what happened outside of the gym. We're not worried about what's happening when we leave the gym. It's only what's happening during that 2-hour practice that they have. For them, the biggest thing, the biggest goal for me is to just make sure that they are excited about what they're doing and they have a purpose, and that purpose is being, within the top 3 at every single competition.
So my time here was obviously really exciting. I knew coming in how dedicated Angelo and Kennedy and all of them are. Getting to coach them, Roman, Dallas. I share a ring with Dallas as a world champion, as a coach. But it was really great to come in. I knew it would be easy because I knew they would be up to the task of whatever I threw at them. Let's do it. Everything I said. Watching Kennedy was actually really cool. I coached her when she was young, and now watching her head a team, it was so neat. And she was like, yep, and she was on it, and it's that same cycle. It's that recycle. The advice I would give to Kennedy, if she wants to stick with it, is really keep your nose down. And if you have a goal, attain that goal by small, simple steps that they're doing already right now. Again, it is just a process every single time, and everything takes planning. I think my reward comes in when, again, like I just saw a parent of a kid that I coached when she was, 6 years old. Or you get to a competition and you are swarmed with kids in their uniform, full hair, full makeup, and you're like, oh my God, where do I know you from? Hold on. And you make that schedule out, especially as a choreographer, and you get to go and watch what their hard work really did all the way, because we're sitting here in the almost dead heat of summer, not knowing what's going to happen for the next couple of months, but I guarantee you when I walk up to them at NCA and they are fully ready and they are on mat A in the warm-up room, that it's going to be a whole different thing. That reward comes immediately right then.
Yeah, I love that question. The mistakes that I made in the past that I would like to avoid, from a team standpoint, it is not making sure that I cover all of the little details that we think that we're going to fix later. So that means you're never going to fix it later, fix it now. So don't wait to address a stunt that's not working. Don't wait to the last minute to address a personnel change if you need to move somebody from one spot to another spot. Those little details always come back to bite you.
A gym never sleeps. A gym never, you are at home working on things for the gym. You are awake either at the gym, you're closing down the gym when everybody else is running around doing what they normally do in life. But like anything in a youth sport, but when you have a complex like this and you're building a brand, same with choreography or coaching or ownership, you really don't get a break. So it's really about being consistent. And if you make that consistency happen, then you get a really good product every time.
As far as the growth of the gym, we're starting to see definitely a few more kids in classes. We've had some additional kids added to team. We're starting to see open gyms become a lot more popular. We're hitting some milestones. I think right now we're right at about 100 athletes in the building, and that's always a good mark. As long as we maintain good connection with those kids and the growth is consistent, I'm always going to feel good about that. And that's a direct, result of, or the changes in the gym is a direct result of what's going on with those classes getting bigger. So I'm having to look at new coaches, expand class times or the schedule so that we can get more classes in during the times that we have. The additional stuff that we're adding into the office area, we added a viewing area for the parents so that they can see, so they're not inside the gym as much. But eventually we'll have 2 full floors in here. We're going to have some more equipment, but I have to take my time and do what's right for the program first to grow it, and not overextend ourselves to where we're not able to operate without, well, there's going to be some stress, but the main thing is to cover everything from cost of a class, as far as coaches is concerned, what that looks like, and then also what it looks like for new things to come into the program, floors, equipment, what that's going to cost us, and how we need to attack that.
Yeah, stay shift lap. Okay, bye mom. Bye baby. Be safe, be good. Where did you find this book from? That's so sad. Like, imagine.
Shut up, because you're literally friends with
Taking question 9 through 12, take 1, mark.
And that's something that I'm very passionate about, and that is just more aggravating to me than anything is the backhanded talking. It is high school drama that does not need to happen.
Hey, if you got more. I texted him, hey man, good seeing you this past weekend. I was a little bummed to see that you changed my dance. Oh no, don't do that.
You stay in that mindset of like, oh, I'm stuck on this level, I can't get any better. You're never gonna persevere and like get through.